Hey y'all out there YouTube, how y'all doing? This is video number 8 of my Lafayette-Lehigh Rivalry Yuengling month. Can't believe it's the 8th video already, and we're 2 weeks and 2 days away, so it's getting very, very, very exciting. Spoken to a bunch of buddies in the last couple days about our expectations and about how much fun we're going to have. So really looking forward to that. I know as I've told you guys, a bunch of us are tailgating with my father and a bunch of his friends who are also alum back from the late 70s and early 80s, and we're just all really excited. So I'm going to make this video pretty short tonight. First, of course, I'll crack open a Yuengling lager. I'll pour it again into my Lafayette alumni pint glass, which is actually more like a 13-ounce glass, but that's okay. They call it a pint glass, so they can do that if they want. And I'm going to spend the next hopefully 5, 6, 7 minutes just talking about Patriot League football this year so far. So first I'll grab a sip of this and let's get started. Yuengling, what a beer. Anyway, so Patriot League athletics is always very fun. It is Division I. In football, we are not actually the bowl subdivision, which is the former 1A, NCAA 1A. We are the championship subdivision, which is formerly known as 1AA, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. So the Patriot League, at least when I was back at Lafayette, it was Lafayette-Lehigh, Bucknell, Holy Cross, Colgate, American, and I think, and then Army and Navy. However, in football, Army and Navy were always independent 1A, or bowl subdivision. So football was the one exception. So I did just check, according to Yahoo Sports, it is the same this year that Army and Navy are not in the football Patriot League, but also American University is not either, which I found interesting. And I do remember, it might have been Georgetown that had, or Fordham, one of the two schools I think was in the Patriot League for football in the past, but both Georgetown and Fordham are in it this year. So I did find that interesting to see. Unfortunately, our beloved Leopards are not doing terribly great this year compared with I believe they won the Patriot League championship just a year ago. Somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe they were Patriot League champions back in 2013. So, oh, sorry about that. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm actually wearing my Taglit Birthright Israel t-shirt, which reminds me that at some point I'm going to be doing a video blog series on the amazing trip that I had back at the end of August. I have pages and pages and pages of notes that I wanted to get into blog form, but since I started doing these videos, I figure I might as well do some video blogs, which would be probably a little bit easier and maybe more entertaining. Maybe I'll drink a Yuengling or maybe Manischewitz to liven things up, but that'll be well after the Lafayette-Lehigh rivalry game. Because there is way too much to cover. It's going to be a whole video series unto itself. Anyway, I digress. But regarding the Patriot League, so according to Yahoo Sports, Fordham is actually at the top of the conference. They're 4-0 in Patriot League games, and they are 8-1 overall. Then we have Bucknell at 3-0 in the Patriot League and 7-1 overall. Then Colgate is 2-1 in the Patriot League, 4-5. So only the top two teams are actually over 500 overall. Holy Cross and Lehigh are 1-2 in the Patriot League. Holy Cross is 3-6 overall, and Lehigh is 2-6. And then our beloved Leopards are 1-3, so they've played one more game than Lehigh has in the Patriot League. So I suppose you could consider them down to Lehigh by a half a game, and they're 3-6 overall. And then we have Georgetown, which is 0-4 in the Patriot League and 2-7 in their overall record. And I know that I have had so much fun at Patriot League athletics in the past. Obviously, we've had Lafayette-Lehigh. We had 4 years of that back in college, and then I've been back once since I graduated, I think. I think I've been back once or twice for the Lafayette-Lehigh football game. I actually forget. But obviously, going to be back in just 2 weeks. We have, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, other just awesome Patriot League athletic stories that I experienced. I did go to many of the Lafayette-Lehigh basketball games. I think I went to one of the games at Lehigh, and I think I went to all of the basketball games at Lafayette during our tenure at Lafayette College. And Lafayette-Lehigh basketball games were always tons of fun. Lafayette basketball was always tons of fun down at the Kirby Fieldhouse. Um, Always great experience, and there is no 1A, 1AA in NCAA basketball, so the Patriot League is right in there with all of the other big conferences, and the Patriot League champion in basketball gets an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, which is always fun. So when we were there, I believe Lafayette made it 1 year. I could be wrong, but I know that back as a kid, maybe around year 2000, 2001, so elementary school, middle school, I do remember that Lafayette was the Patriot League champion. We beat Navy in the Patriot League championship, and we went on to play Temple in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Unfortunately, we did lose that game, but I actually went to the Patriot League championship with my father, and I think our whole family went. And that was just a really fun game. It was just an awesome experience. Plus, we beat Navy, which was also awesome. What else do we have as far as Patriot League athletics? I did one time back at Lafayette College attend the cross-country Patriot League championship, which was held just down at Metzger Field, 3 miles from campus, and that was a lot of fun. I did know a couple of the cross-country runners. That was actually when we were freshmen, back in the fall of 2007. I knew one or two of them from Lafayette, and I happen to have known a good friend of mine who was running for Navy, which I just mentioned from basketball. That was Andrew Hanko, and I think he was actually the champion of the league. He actually won that race as a freshman, nonetheless, which doesn't surprise me because he was incredible in Morris County and in New Jersey cross country and track. And he, as far as I know, he lived right in the same town as I did, Montville. He unfortunately did not go to our public high school. He went to the little church private high school right down the street from our high school, but it was always great to see him running and talking to him at races and talking to him just out on the roads and whatnot. And I know his family, they're absolutely great. They have a whole slew of family who were also cross-country runners after Andrew. And just one interesting story about that race that I went to see him win the Patriot League championship. I ran to Metzger Field that day, and I was kind of tired by the end of the race, and Andrew Hanko's father was there, and he gave me a lift back to campus. So that's something I'm going to probably remember for a long time. What else about Patriot League athletics? I suppose overall, the interesting thing about it is that it is Division I, so almost all of the athletes are pretty damn good, very hard-working athletes. In addition, the Patriot League has always prided itself on being very strict academically for its athletes. I know there used to be some rules regulating or restricting what kind of scholarships schools could give to Patriot League athletes. I think those rules have been lessened a little bit, and I think it might be easier to give pure athletic scholarships instead of just academic scholarships. I could be wrong, but I do know that Patriot League athletes are consistently the top academics and scholars in the country overall in the NCAA, which is definitely something to be proud of. And based on the athletes that I was close with at Lafayette, as well as that I kind of knew on a maybe a friend of a friend basis or something like that, most of them were very, very intelligent people. And I don't really know what else to say. But Patriot League athletics, it's a lot of fun. If you're a parent of a Patriot League student athlete, You got to be really, really, really proud. And I guess all else I wanted to say is I was considering trying out for the cross country and track team by the time I got to Lafayette, but the summer before, back in 2007, when we were before we were freshmen that fall semester, I was supposed to run that summer and really train. I was a canceled sleepaway camp, and it kind of got away from me. I ran here and there, but didn't do serious training, so it would not have been worth it for me to try to walk on or anything. But if I had, I would have been really, really honored to have run with some great athletes and some really, really great scholars. Well, that does my beer. I didn't mean to make the video 11 minutes, but that's okay. That was my little spiel on Patriot League athletics. I hope you all enjoyed. Next couple videos, I'm going to be doing a video soon on the various restaurants on College Hill and other entertainment and whatnot on College Hill in Easton, Pennsylvania. And then I'm going to be doing some more ranting and raving about different issues. One last thing I do want to say, congratulations to my friend, my colleague, my peer, Aaron Kaufer, who graduated from Lafayette College back in 2011 with me and with all of our friends. He did win his Pennsylvania state representative race up in northeast Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania 120th House District. He beat the Democrat, and I do wish him the best, and I'm sure that I will see him in just a couple of weeks for the game. And until my next video, which will be in the next couple nights, I bid everybody farewell, and I'll talk with you all soon. Bye.